So this is a little bit of a different trailer that I'm getting ready to check out. I think there has been only one other documentary trailer that I have done a reaction and review for, and that was the one about Anton Yelchin. So this one is about Kevin Hart. It is apparently a Netflix documentary. Well, it's a series. It says, okay, so a series, not just like one, like hour plus long documentary or whatever. I'm interested to check it out because I like Kevin Hart. He's always cracked me up in the stuff that I've seen him in, for the most part. And curious to find out what this is about. I have a feeling this is probably going to cover a bit of the bad accident that happened to him and his road to physical recovery. So let's check it out and see.
We are in Australia. News has just been given that I'm hosting the Oscars.
Oh,
I've talked to him a couple of times today. I mean, the first one was more of like a rehash on fuck did you do yesterday. The public perception is that he didn't want to apologize, therefore he is homophobic.
You regret, you wish you had done something different.
Okay, let's just stop you right here. Because before people judge and go, Kevin Hart's a dickhead, he's an asshole, I want you to understand there's a lot that you don't know.
Do I think Kevin works himself too hard? No.
so it's not just going to be about his accident.
Highest grossing
He's so
comedian in the
little.
world. Somebody's looking at you right now saying your time's gonna be up.
When you come
Six
from
months.
where I come from, you're written off to a certain degree. You're not supposed to make it.
Well, that straight say your last one was your best one. A lot of people ain't like that. As you can tell, he got money because he ain't as funny as he used to be.
Kevin was forced to complain about cheating on his wife, who was pregnant, by the way. You publicly humiliated me. I just kept saying, how the fuck did you let that happen?
When you're truly fucked up,
It is all access, isn't it?
some anger that you're holding on to, you're going to let it out. These are the moments where you realize that you're nowhere near where you need to be. That road to becoming the billionaire, the mogul. It's a long road, man. And you can think you got it all together. Something stupid can happen that can take it all like that. I'm talking about.
Oh, so it's already come out. I am late, you guys. December 27th. Dang, I missed it. Um, I mean, it's still available to me. I can see it, but I missed that it came out. This has been in my watch list, my bookmarked list on YouTube for a few weeks. I think probably as soon as the trailer came out, which was sometime in mid-December, I believe. So I assumed that this was going to be about. Well, I thought in the back of my mind it might be about the whole Oscar thing, and and some other stuff, but I assumed that the focus of this was going to be on the car accident that happened to him and his road to recovery, and sort of like I can't think of the right words to describe it. I'm still a little distracted um, because of what I mentioned in the other video. Like his road to sort of don't want to say necessarily redemption, but like sort of evolving into maybe an improved person, or a better individual. And because I had read some articles, or at least an article where it was talking about it was an interview he had given, and some of the stuff he was saying in there was pretty profound, and I really appreciated it. It sounds like yeah, this man has his faults. He screwed up in his life, I mean, who among us has not? Um, and yet he's still, trying to make himself a better person, and to, just improve on himself as a human being. That's the gist of what I got from this interview that I had read sometime after his accident. So I get the feeling that, well, they mentioned that this was all access, and certainly does look like it. We're going to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is the feeling that I get. We're going to see all these things about him. But I feel like in the end that we're going to be left with more of a positive feeling about Kevin Hart, the individual, than maybe we might think we will be when we're watching some of these things that carry out, like the fighting, it was showing, and then the deal with him cheating on his wife, which that's such bad behavior, you guys. That really is. um but it's I'm still very interested to see this because I like him, generally like him as an entertainer, and felt really bad for him when this ridiculous cancel culture crap happened with him and the Oscars. And I just feel like that is such a stain on our society. It is such a cancer, on us, in general, our society, when this sort of thing happens. And it's one of the reasons why I was absolutely thrilled to death, you guys, when Ricky Gervais goes out there, or was it last night, a couple of nights ago, he goes out there and he absolutely wipes the floor with the Hollywood elites. I love that so hard, you guys. I mean, it's like I sort of have a very similar feeling about Hollywood that I do about Disney. Like, I have this sort of love hate kind of thing going with them. I like the product, a lot of the products that they put out to entertain us, and some of the stuff that we consume from Hollywood is just fantastic stuff. I love the good stories. I love the great movies that they put out. But there's this other side to Hollywood that just gets under my skin and annoys the hell out of me. And you guys know what it is. It's basically what Ricky Gervais was getting onto. A lot of them are very hypocritical. They're very sanctimonious. They act like they're so much better than we are, and they are so disconnected from reality that normal people like you and I live. You know, and so I loved it. I absolutely loved what Ricky did. He is a very strong advocate for, freedom of expression, and he does not give a crap what you think about him if he has offended your sensitivities. I thought it was amazing. So, I feel like kind of maybe we're starting to turn around and away from this whole walking on eggshells sort of um, uh, situation that we're in now, in a large, with to a large degree in our society. And hopefully the sort of thing that happened with Kevin Hart, it's not something that will continue to happen on a seemingly fairly regular basis. I just think that you know at the initial moment that these things are happening, you might think, oh, it's a good thing that they did that, because that was just not a very nice thing that was said or done or whatever. But I feel like that's a very slippery slope. It's late, y'all. My tongue's tangled. It's a very slippery slope for us to be getting into as a society, because all of us have screwed up. We've all made mistakes. And to, publicly crucify someone for something that they've said or done, I'm not talking about like super bad things like murder, okay? That's not what I'm talking about, all right? I'm talking about things that haven't, directly physically harmed anybody, but, maybe your feels got hurt. But that, to me, that's not enough to cancel somebody. It's not enough to destroy somebody because of something like that. And it's a very dangerous pattern that we've gotten into in our society, and it disturbs me greatly. And I'm glad when people push back against that. I think we need more of that. And I feel this is a very long ass way to get back to Kevin Hart, but I feel that what happened to him was completely unnecessary and was wrong. I just don't think there was much good about it at all. So I do want to watch this, and just see a little bit more about him, and interested in checking it out. And I feel like it's going to be pretty good. He's pretty entertaining to watch, because he's so, I don't know, I just want to laugh whenever I see him. I mean, he just cracks me up just to look at him. The way he looks, his expressions on his face, and he's so tiny. Anyway, okay, you guys, that's to comment on the trailer itself. It felt like it was longer than the 2 minutes that's posted here by the time it gets to this screen, but I think it was just because they showed so much, and it was about a documentary, which kind of has a completely different feel to it than a regular movie trailer. I mean, it's telling a story sort of in a way, but it's a very long journey it takes us on in a documentary. It's just completely different feel. So it's kind of hard to judge a documentary trailer on the same, like level or the way I analyze movie trailers and stuff. So I don't really have anything negative to say about the trailer itself, and it has certainly, kept my interest up in watching this. I mean, I was interested in it anyway, but now I'm even more so. Okay, so with that, I'm going to wrap this up. Later, guys.